with a tutorial. Tonight I'm going to show you guys how to make paper spools. You can put washi tape on them, you can wrap ribbon around them, twine, whatever you can think of. You can use these in swaps, or you can just use them to organize a box of ribbon like what I have here. So I have some spools that I bought, but they're the small ones that are usually for like embroidery floss, and I was watching Paper Crafter 45. I'll put her link below to the video that she made, and she made these, and I loved them, and I fell in love with them, and I thought, you know what, that is a fantastic way to organize all of your loose ribbons that you might receive in swaps, or you know, you just have leftover from whatever. Like this one, I could probably use the smaller little embroidery floss one, but I've got some longer ones, you know, like this one's probably maybe 36 inches. So I wanted to create something, and all she uses is an envelope punch board, and I thought, you know, that's a great way to use up some of those scraps. So what I'm going to do is get my paper cutter, and first, because I want these kind of wide, I am going to, let's go and get that where you can see it. Cut it, just, this is for my, like I said, this is from my scrap pile, so I'm going to try to cut it as even as I can. And I'm probably going to do this one about 4 inches long. And I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to get rid of that excess stuff. So, get rid of that. And let's see, it's about, let's do 2 3/4 wide. And that's the great thing about making these, is you can make them whatever size you want, however long, however wide, you know, just depending on what you're going to keep on them. And this one I want to make more, I want it to be squared up. So let's see, I'm going to do this one 3 inches wide, and I'm probably going to do this one 4 inches long. So I'll get rid of all my scrap paper, and this is such an easy project. I mean, just, it's an easy little thing to do. It doesn't take a lot of time, and so anyway. Alright, so what you're going to do is I'm going to line up the end of one of the ends of the cardstock with that little number 1, okay? I think some people that do it, they just, you know, they line it up with the end of the thing. I am just going to do the 1 inch, and then you're going to flip it over and punch it at the 1 inch mark again. Then I'm going to flip that one over. I'm going to punch that at 1 inch, punch that at 1 inch, and then you're going to be left with this. So you want it to look like a spool, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my handy dandy little bee cutters, and I'm going to go, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take the big one so I can make a straight line, and I'm just going to cut right up to the other side, just like that. Okay, then you're going to flip it over, and you're going to do the same thing on that side. And then in order to make this look more like a spool, you're just going to put that in the end of your envelope punch board. And then you're going to do both sides. So this is what you have left. Alright, and then you're just going to take your ribbon, and what I like to do is I just like to take a little piece of double-sided sticky tape. Doesn't matter. I just take a little bit depending on, well, you can actually use it on any size ribbon. And I will just put that on the end like that. Then I'm just going to take it and I'm going to put it on there. And I'm just going to start wrapping. Probably like, just start wrapping your ribbon. This is also if you're doing a swap and you want to send somebody some extra washi tape or ribbon or twine. You can make these as small as you want. You can make them as big as you want. And that's what I like about this, is that not only am I organizing my ribbon, but if I have a swap and I want to do something really cute for the recipient, instead of just taking like a plain card and wrapping the washi tape, I can make one of these, or I could actually sit around and make a bunch of these, so I could just grab them whenever I need them, and then just, wrap a few inches around, depending on what size you make. And this one I'll probably end up, let's see, that's a lot. I did have a lot of ribbon. So anyway, you can just take the end and you can just take it and, oops, I think I did on this one. Just tuck it under the inside of one of the strips or two of the strips, whatever you have, like that. And then just pull it. If you're doing it in a swap, you might want to put some tape, but there, that was just laying in my box, totally just, I didn't even know how much I had of it, so I just pulled it out. I was working on a project, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to make some of those spools that I saw, and I'm going to try to keep track of my ribbon that way, and maybe the box won't be so thick, but anyway. So this is, I learned this off of Papercraft 45. I think Septeria, I don't know, Septeria 16 is her channel. I think she makes them too. Papercraft 45, she actually takes them and like puts an extra layer on them and makes them all pretty, which you could totally do that for a swap. So, but just for organizing my ribbons, I don't really care. It doesn't have to be double layered, or it doesn't have to be anything pretty. It just has to be economical and usable. So anyway, so that's that one. So then I'm going to take the smaller one and we're going to do this again. So I'm going to do it one more time. We're going to take our punch board. We're going to line it up at the 1 inch mark. We're going to flip it. We're going to punch it at the 1 inch mark. Then we're going to flip it to the other end. Punch it at the 1 inch mark. Again, the 1 inch mark. Oops. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to round the corners. You can do this part before or after you cut off the excess, but it doesn't really matter. Round those corners. I like the rounded corners. I think it looks cute. So, anyway, do that. Then we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut that off. Turn around. Cut that off. And I thought about doing this with some chipboard, but then I was like, you know what? I don't want to ruin my envelope punch board using chipboard, because chipboard can kind of be harsh on cutters. So, but you could totally do that. You could cut a template out, trace that out onto the chipboard and cut it out. That'll make it really sturdy. But since I'm probably just going to throw this away after I'm done with my ribbon, I am not worried about that at all. So again, I'm just going to take a little tiny piece of tape. I'm going to put the end on there, and I'm going to start on the back. And it doesn't really matter how you do this. And I'm just going to start wrapping that around. And like I said, I just took some paper, scraps of paper out of my paper scrap box that I have, and just turned it down to the size I wanted, and punched it on the board, and here we are. Now this paper's a little bit flimsy, so you kind of don't want to pull it too tight. You want it to be kind of loose. And just go around. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just storing the ribbon. But I just thought it was so cute, and I love the fact that I don't have to go out and I don't have to buy anything. I just use what I have, which is a great model. So anyway, this might be, yeah, this paper was, this was some DSP paper that I had printed out on just white cardstock, and it's a little flimsy, so, but like I said, you could use any cardstock for this. I don't know that I would just use regular paper, though. It probably wouldn't hold up as well. So anyway, there we go. We have 2 of these. I'm probably going to make some more tonight. But like I said, you can, make this smaller, larger, whatever size you want. Just cut it down and punch it out, and there you go. A way to keep your ribbon and washi tape organized, or, twine. Twine's a good one. I have like the twine on these, but if I just had some loose twine, I'd probably make one of these and put that around there. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you want to be notified when I upload more videos, please hit the subscribe button, and if you hit that little bell icon off to the right, that'll notify you when I do upload a new video. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. I hope everyone has a blessed weekend, and good night.